baseman duties this evening. Creeping into third is Melendez. First pitch is a great curveball. A lot of action straight down, 0-1.
Yeah, went to the back door there. You know, you have Perez who homered and Polkovich who is due to be third to come up in this second inning. He also homered, so lots of power in this middle part of the order.
0-1. Then fires a fastball up. It's got a level swing from Perez, but fouled back. 0-2. No wind at all here in game two. Not that either of these teams need any extra help. 7 home runs between these two last night. 0-2 from Lynn. Strike 3 for Lynn. There's his first strikeout of the game. Yu-Min has gotten to 50% of his strikeouts from his last outing with just 1 out in the second inning.
I mean, that's just a perfect middle fastball. I don't know what Perez was doing. I guess he was sitting on something else. Yu-Min again challenges and gets the desired result.
Alberto Rodriguez up, another lefty, and Lynn just dices a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Rodriguez, 254, 18 hits, 11 runs batted in. Favorable matchup for Yu-Min Lin with his infield playing to pull. Senti lining up low, the 0-1 pitch. Yu-Min goes high. He's just using all quadrants of the zone to fool these hitters and keep them off balance.
Well, this is one of the reasons why he's now the number 4 prospect in all the Diamondbacks organization, is because of his pinpoint command and his control of 7 pitches.
0-2 goes up again. It's just a bit outside with a fastball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Graduation of Brandon Pfaadt helped Yu-Min to get to that spot. 1-2 wind up and pitch. Is a slider outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, he leapfrogged a couple of people. I mean, Delos was the number 4 prospect. Now he's the number 5 prospect. Lynn was the number 10 prospect. Lots of movement. Tommy Troy now in there. You have Groover around that order as well. It's been a lot changing.
2-2 swing and miss. Back-to-back Ks for Yu-Min Lin, and that was the slider there to sit down Alberto Rodriguez. 5 up, 5 down. A good start for Yu-Min Lin, and now Caden Polkovich comes up.
Man, that was low and away and had action like a frisbee. It just breaks so far off the plate, and Rodriguez didn't stand a chance. Yu-Min Lin 2 strikeouts in a row. Now he's retired 5 straight.
Caden Polkovich bats from the right side. Slight open stance, and he's swinging and missing. Yu-Min just attacking the zone, peppering the zone with strikes. 2-0-3 for Polkovich, 3 home runs, 11 runs batted in. He homered last night in the second inning. He does so again. This game would be tied at 1. It's 1-0 Amarillo at this point. But with the way he's swinging, he's not going to get to a baseball. That was a changeup outside. 0-2.
Low located, broke away. And what you've seen from Yu-Min Lin, despite him having so many pitches, he's only needed to use 3 or 4. Variety of the fastball, sometimes mixing in a changeup, slider, and curveball. And it's worked very well at the beginning stages of this game.
0-2. There's the changeup again. No offer by Polkovich. 1 ball and 2 strikes. With 2 outs, nobody on for the Travelers, who trail 1-0 in the top of inning number 2. Lynn's 1-2 wind up and pitch. And it's fouled off of Centeno. He couldn't hold on. 7, 8, 9 will be due up for Amarillo in the second. Hopefully they will still be up 1-0. Lynn so far looking good in pointy boots apparel. 1-2 pitch. High fastball is just a touch high to Caden Polkovich. Not the tallest in stature, so that may have helped him there. Waits in the back of the box. 2-2 count and 2 down.
Orsolani said something on that pitch.
2-2. Polkovich rips one foul to the Ford Plaza. Heads up. Jinx, you owe me a soda.
You don't drink soda.
I don't, no. Club soda.
Protein shake, maybe.
Two-two pitch. He just struck out the side, and that was the changeup there from Yu-Min Lin. 6 up, 6 down. He just got 3 Ks in a row. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Up a run.
To get things rolling, we're going to go.
Denies the runner at second, and Clase takes a breaking ball outside. Centeno sprawls to go get that. 1 ball and no strikes. Nobody out. Rivas at first, Scheffler at second. Nobody has been retired in a 5-1 Saudis lead the top of the third inning. 1-0. That's high and away. Lynn having trouble commanding the baseball here in the third inning. 2 balls and no strikes. So we've talked about the Bronco. We've talked about the F-150. What makes the Ford trucks the best selling in all of Texas. 2-0. That's clubbed foul on the left side. Takes a fun hop back onto the field. But in your opinion, what's the one iconic Ford vehicle in your lineup that everyone in the stadium needs to test drive?
Well, you know what I'm going to say, that it has to be the Ford Mustang because it is fast. It has an absolute amazing engine for performance. And, you know, you really want to feel that speed. And I think that would be one of the most fun vehicles to drive.
2-1. Certainly sounds fun. Fouled away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I like to go fast. My father always says speed limits are a suggestion. And with a Mustang, you certainly can understand that. Now, we do not condone driving above the speed limit on this broadcast, but if you were, it might be slightly more understandable if you're doing it in a Mustang.
I'm going to say that it's iconic, and let's go ahead and keep it under the speed limit.
2-2, a check swing, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So what makes the Mustang your favorite pick? Because you have so many options with the trucks. You know, you have numbers of different performance vehicles like the Mustang, and then you have the Bronco, which is so exciting. What made you choose the Mustang in specific?
I just feel like the Mustang is a very iconic vehicle. Like, you immediately think of the Mustang, you think of Ford, you think of how far and long it has come through the years, and it continues to be, you know, a vehicle that is very high up there for all those enthusiasts that are into that performance muscle car culture. And I think, you know, it's going to continue being that way for the years to come.
So we try to cater to all audiences here on this broadcast. So I'm going to put you on the hot seat and ask about a couple of different vehicles that maybe people in the market for a new ride would be interested in purchasing at Ford after this pitch. The 3-2. And Clase is called out on strikes. 4th strikeout for Min Lin gets the first strikeout of the top of the third, bringing up Spencer Packard, who grounded out to third. Number 1, we have some families in the stadium. What's the best vehicle that Ford provides for family? Difference. And Isaiah Gilliam takes a breaking ball for a strike. 0-1, 2 away. Packard's 70th RBI of the year was a bloop broken bat single to score Arkansas's 2nd run. Lynn goes high, 1 ball and 1 strike. What's your favorite part about working for Ford?
You know, I get to meet a lot of different people from all of West Texas, and, you know, I really like to hear Ford stories, especially when I go to car shows and people come up to me and they tell me how excited they are about, you know, how hard they have worked on keeping up with their classic vehicles. And, you know, they tell me their Ford stories regarding, like, what was the first Ford they ever drove, or, you know, how they felt whenever they bought the Ford Model T that they had been keeping their eye on for years. So I really love to hear all about how, you know, Ford builds a community with everyone, and it's historic, basically. Yes.
So now 2 balls and 2 strikes, a foul by Gilliam. 1 strike away for Lynn, and he'll get his 5th strikeout, and he'll do exactly that. A low breaking ball swung on and missed. Gilliam is retired, but the Travelers are on the board, scoring 2 runs in the top of the third. Thank you so much, Marcella Tate from Ford. Visit your local Ford.
Min Lin still out on the mound through 4 innings. He's had a shaky last couple in innings number 3 and 4. First pitch to the lefty, Packard, is a low slider, 1 ball and no strikes. Packard extended his hitting streak to 17 games. That is the longest active hitting streak in the Texas League. It's the longest active hitting streak this season by a Texas League player. 1-0. Off the end of the bat, spun foul to the left side. 1-1. Min needs a clean inning of work, then you can turn it over to the bullpen. 5 runs off of 6 hits. Not all of them have been earned, though. 1-1 is low and inside with a sinker, 2-1. His velocity has lost a little bit of life here. This is a tough part of the order to have to navigate. You'd rather be playing from a lead than playing from behind in this game. 2-1. Popped up, foul ground, left side. Melendez will take 2 steps to his right and watch it go out of play.
I think that's always the name of the game, Stefan, is play with a lead, then play from behind.
I'm not so sure. Earlier in the season, the way the bullpen was playing, I'd almost rather play from behind. 2-2. Fouled again by Packard. See what makes him such a good hitter, fouling away 2 strike pitches.
Well, he's already caused a blemish for Min Lin, an RBI single after the error. Call him Hewlett Packard.
You already made
because
that
of the ink joke.
2-2. Swing and miss. There's a strikeout for Min. A 6-strikeout game brought to you by the Amarillo Area Foundation.
I made that joke off air. I didn't make it on air.
Call him Green Bay Packard because I'm Jordan loving Matt.
That was cheesy, much like the Green Bay Packers.
Isaiah Gilliam up 0-for-2. Curveball starts him off high, 1-0 with 1 out. Min at 85 pitches. We imagine this will be his last inning of work. We've also got to cover our standings update presented by Maxor. Swing and miss.
In the Northwest, Arkansas is ahead at 20-19. Both Wichita and Springfield are 20-20. Arkansas at 16-23, 4 games back, and Tulsa 6.5 back at 14-26.
1-1 from Lynn. Goes outside with a changeup. 2 balls and 1 strike.
In the South, Amarillo ahead by 3 games. They're 25-15, with Frisco and Midland both at 22-18. They're 3 games back. Corpus 4 games back at 21-19, and San Antonio 6 games back at 19-21.
2-1 pitch. Gilliam ground ball right back to the pitcher. Min Lin leaps, underhand toss, and Gilliam is retired on a ground out. 2 quick outs for Min, and a great response after 2 poor innings of work. Now he has to deal with Robert Perez Jr. Those are good standings. I like the way that's sounding. Ask Jason Casanello if he's excited or scared of the prospect of maybe popping some champagne bottles here at Hodgetown later this season. Robert Perez up, and he takes strike 1, a curveball, 0-1 with 2 down. Nobody on for the Travs, who trail by 2 at 7-5 in the top of the 5th inning.
Well, you know, if there's any type of celebration, Reed Beveridge is going to hook it up.
0-1. Back foot slider almost hit the back foot of Perez Jr. Singled and scored his last time up. Blues getting up in the pen. Looks like Stumpo once more. Give him an extra long warm-up. 1-1. Wave and a miss. It was a really slow changeup. 79 from Min, but if you place it in the right spot, velocity doesn't matter all that much. That's what Greg Maddux was famous for saying.
That wasn't really a strike, but deceptive pitching. Min trying to finish off strong. Still needs just 1 more strike.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Juan Centeno hyped up on that slider, and he gets 2 strikeouts in the 5th. He might not have been super Min tonight, but he was still stellar Min tonight. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th, up 7-5.